This is CBS News Chicago.
Big stories right now at 4. Breaking news, a 4-year-old girl kidnapped is reunited with her family.
Chicago police questioning a person of interest in the killing of a mother early this morning.
And a $7 billion plan to redevelop the area around the United Center has taken another step forward.
We begin with a first alert weather. We have a warm up in the next few days, but it won't last long.
No, the sun was out for a bit today and some of our snow started to melt. Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon is timing out a roller coaster of temperatures in the coming days. Albert.
And we're nosediving on that roller coaster, Maria and Jim. Upper 30s today, 40 degrees for tomorrow. So we're talking nearly 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. And tomorrow will be the warmest temperature here in Chicago since New Year's Eve. And then a cold front comes in tomorrow night. With it, some rain mixed in with even some snowflakes for your Friday night. This is that big cold front we've been talking about for days now. We have a temperature crash this weekend with temperatures in the 20s on Saturday. We're in the single digits on Sunday. Wind chills as we head towards your Sunday morning will be as cold as 20 below zero. By Monday morning, 25 below zero wind chills. By Tuesday morning, we could have wind chills as cold as 30 below zero. So temperatures right now, mid to upper 30s. So it's a milder, at least considered where we have been, afternoon. And temperatures will make their way back into the 20s after midnight, about 25 at 4 a.m. Much more on that Arctic blast headed our direction coming up here in a few minutes.
Albert, thank you. Breaking news now. The Rock Island girl who was the subject of an Amber Alert is now safe and sound. She vanished from Western Illinois earlier this morning. The 4-year-old was inside a car when it was stolen. Police found that vehicle minutes later, but she was nowhere to be found. At about 3, Rock Island police say she was located safely there and was reunited with her mother. At this point, we don't have any information on who may have taken her. This story continues to develop, so stay with us throughout the afternoon as we gather more information. Also breaking, a driver in Northwest Indiana crashes into a home and it rolls over around 3 this afternoon in the 2100 block of Ridge Road in Highland, Indiana. That's when this happened. No word yet on why that driver lost control, and it's not clear yet if anyone was hurt.
Tragedy on the northwest side where a mother of 3 was shot and killed this morning at her home.
CBS News Chicago has learned this was the result of a domestic dispute. Andrew Ramos is live for us in Portage Park with some new details. Andrew.
A nearly $250 million verdict after 2 children suffered lead poisoning while living in a Chicago Housing Authority property. That story all new at 4:30 plus.
Hundreds of thousands of smoke alarms recalled. Why they might not alert you in an emergency.
Do the sidewalks in your neighborhood look like this? We're listening to you, how a new city program could clear thousands of complaints about icy sidewalks.
This is CBS News Chicago.
Right now at 4:30, finally a break from the bitter cold. If you need a car wash, it's a good idea to go either tonight or tomorrow.
The mild weather will not last long. We're tracking 3 first alert weather days for extreme cold. Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon is here with updates on all the changes.
I washed mine yesterday.
You did?
Because of the cold air that's coming.
Smart man.
Right. And we don't really get a whole lot of measurable snowfall until about a week from today. Okay. Nothing significant snowfall-wise until probably the last week of the month. So we're focused in on the cold, but not right now. We're sitting at 37 in Chicago. Feel like temperature at 30. That's a change from the single digits that we've had the last several afternoon and evenings. Look at the sunshine we had earlier in the morning with temperatures mid to upper 30s. Felt nice today. The clouds have rolled back in, and we're going to have a mostly cloudy night, but not all that on the cold side. Temperatures will be making their way back into the 20s, but with winds light, no significant wind chill to tell you about. And we're dry for tonight, looking at more of a mostly cloudy sky. Now, tomorrow we make it to 40. That is the warmest day here in Chicago since New Year's Eve. And then the temperatures crash starting this weekend. 25 on Saturday. Will be below zero on Sunday with wind chills potentially as cold as 15 below. Single-digit highs Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is dangerous cold, especially for your Monday night into Tuesday. We could have wind chills over parts of the area as cold as 30 below zero. So weather alerts posted for that dangerous wind chill in the forecast Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday. Wednesday, still dealing with wind chills potentially as cold as 20 below zero in the morning. We'll talk more about this and the rest of your forecast in just a few minutes.
We are listening to you and only 2 weeks into the new year, and we've had plenty of snow that needs shoveling, but not everyone is clearing their sidewalks.
Our Sarah Maki is looking into which neighborhoods might have the most slick spots and how the city may have a new way to keep you safe. And Sarah, it's been a while since it's been above freezing. Stay with us here at CBS News Chicago. After the break, a very special announcement. In today's handoff to Joe and Erica, Jim has a personal message.
I do. This is my last time at the desk, my last day as a full-time employee of CBS News Chicago. When I started my television career in 1977 at WGN, I was the youngest person at the station. Now I'm the oldest guy here at CBS News Chicago. Just like that, 47 years are gone. The swift passage of time is indeed sobering, but the overwhelming feeling I have this afternoon is gratitude for my bosses, my mentors, my colleagues, for my family and friends, and for those of you in our audience. I know how fortunate I have been to think I was privileged to do this in my beloved hometown. Now, this is not a goodbye. I'll still occasionally do stories for CBS News Chicago, so I'll simply say, see you later, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you, Jim. You did it.
I love this television station, and I love all of you. Yeah. You
well, we love you, too.
It's wonderful to work with. And Marie, to have spent the last 3 years with you on the 4 o'clock and the 11 has been just a treat. You are a wonderful journalist and a wonderful friend.
Well, I feel the same for you. Your dedication and your commitment to journalism, serving this town, is unmatched, and it's such a service to those who've watched. And I'm so glad that's going to continue, because I think we're all better for the stories that you tell. It has been a joy and an honor sharing this desk with you. I've had an education, and we've had a lot of fun, too.
Yes, we have.
And I'm glad to do more of that with you, because I know we've made so many wonderful friendships.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jim, I've had the pleasure of working with you for a decade now. You are an excellent journalist, and above all that, you are the best of Chicago. You're professional, you're smart, you're warm. And I remember when I walked in here 10 years ago, you gave me a lesson. You gave me books about the politics, the history, and you were so welcoming. And so I think that what we've been able to have by having you here is irreplaceable. So thank you for that, and we will miss you.
The pleasure's been mine. Thank you.
Our news director put it well today. We're not saying goodbye. We're saying thank you. We really are honored to have you still with us and doing stories. But one of my favorite things about you, Jim, is no matter what's happened in Chicago history, there's a very good chance you either lived it or covered it.
I'm that old.
No.
Or have some fascinating story related to it. I mean, all these years you've just done it with such class and grace and style, and I think that's why you're so universally beloved and respected, not just in this newsroom and in this building, but in this city. And I'm honored to have worked with you.
Thank you. The honor's been mine. We had a little gathering in the newsroom, and I lost it. I was afraid I'm going to lose it here. So.
Well, we love you so much, it's easy to do.
Anytime I talk about you, my favorite factoid about Jim is he made a cameo in the Blues Brothers. That's my favorite.
Legends only.
We shot it in 1979, the ultimate crash scene under the L tracks, and I was there as an extra.
That's so cool.
And then saw it. I'm about this big.
See what I mean? A story about everything.
Right. We also wanted to mention, as a surprise for Jim, he's throwing out the first pitch at a future Cubs game, and we can't wait to cheer you on. A huge sports fan.
You guys surprised me with that today. Joe threw out a first pitch at the Sox game, and I helped warm him up. So you're going to do the same for me.
I'll be there for you, promise.
Thank you.
Yeah, well deserved, Jim. I just want to say, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you're a better person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
so true.
Universally beloved in the media. I mean, you're not going to meet a nicer guy than Jim Williams.
We are so excited for this next chapter, but when you walk back in this building, whenever that will be, we'll be so excited to see you.
I will be excited to see all of you and all of you.
We love you, Jim.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.